Hey guys, Silly here. I got here a Benchmade. I've Benchmade 530. I've looked at these knives several times on various websites, Blade HQ, Knife Center, all these guys, and never really caught my eye. I kind of didn't like the shape of them. But I found this one here at Ray Recreational Equipment. It's quite a nice piece. They gave me the knife and a little advertisement for Array Visa, just in case I'm a hardcore outdoorsman, but unfortunately I'm not, and I don't live in America, and anyhow, this is useless. But, it's a pretty good deal. Like I was saying, back to the knife. This is the first time I'm opening it since I got it, so let's take a look at what we have in here. Traditional Benchmade everything, sponge, paperwork, manual, and here's the knife. A little bit smaller than I expected, but let's see, I didn't really check the ship measurements, but standard bag as usual. Pops out, and you got your pocket clip protector as usual. I'm not gonna open that right up yet, but access lock, it's pretty thin, take a look at that in comparison to one of these guys. You're looking at, it's much thinner. It's very light, very light. See how she opens. Smooth, a little bit tight, but that's to be expected with these access locks. Let's try that again. Locks up nice and solid, and I would think, yeah, this access lock doesn't look too great to me. Take a good look at it. Doesn't quite extend to the end of the carbon fiber. I would like it to go straight up, not flush, not touching, but very close. And this is, it's got a nice gap inside here. Let's check opened. Yeah, even larger now. There's even a gap between the access lock and that's kind of disappointing. Let's see how much the access lock will actually slide back. And you see, like, this is what I'd like to see in locked up position, right up against it. But anyhow, so here's the 530 blade. It's got a nice grind to it. Limited edition 164 of 175 metal Pardue S30v, which is quite nice. I'm not gonna get into all that stuff. Carbon feels good to the hand, but just leaving some black here. I guess that might be considered good to some, like it's fresh, it's new. And look at the pivot screw here. Standard, and on the other side, a wash, blunt, nothing special there. Kind of like the thumb pegs can be unscrewed. I wonder if I could unscrew one and have it a single-sided, or if they need to both screw into each other. That's something I can take a look at later. The thumb here, the thumb spot, it's quite apparent on the camera here. On the eye, not quite so apparent. How does it feel? The jimping's actually respectable. It's quite low. And if you look like that, it's very light, very small. You get a good feel, especially this little bump, the hilt, if you will. It gives it a little extra. I don't think this is going to be falling out of my hand or anyone's hand. This gives it a little extra grip too with the finger, so it doesn't slide forward, doesn't slide down. Quite nice. Pocket clip, standard. I mentioned it before that I would like deep carry pocket clips from Benchmade, but they don't do it. Of course they do sometimes, but in this one no. And the slabs. A solid piece would obviously be nicer, but would create more work. But at least they don't have a spacer. At least that carbon fiber is one piece connected to one piece. And let's see if I can get a good look inside. Inside we have, it appears the skeletized goes only to about here. I don't know if you can see that, probably not with the eye. Oh, there we go. You can get a good look at the glare. It goes to about half. So this entire end of the knife is 100% carbon, obviously excluding the pocket clip. This is very light, blade heavy, huge. Let's take a look. Balance. Oh. Balance is pretty good, you know, right where it should be. If I measure the blade length versus the handle, you know, just about this much more. Reversible pocket clip, can't go tip up though. Nice knife, pretty good. Feels good in the hand. It's got a definite good stabbing ability. I'll take a few photos too, high defs, put them in the video here at the end. Thanks, and that's it. You be the judge if you like it or not. Honestly, I prefer these carbon fiber handles over the G10 or whatever other options they have. The shape of it, you know, this hourglass shape, this is the main thing that held me off. I wouldn't buy this if it wasn't carbon. If it was G10, you know, regardless of the price and the steel and, you know, the name. Honestly, I don't really like this design much. And let's take a look. There's one more thing. The blade looks to be, it doesn't look to go all the way in. Like this axis line should be straight. Let's take a look. Yeah, it seems that from the tip to the center of the blade here, you would think it would follow these lines down, but you know, there it's making contact inside, but I get the feeling that the tip is right about here. So I would guess the tip is about here. So then I get a good exposure of the blade. I think something like this would look better if the blade was completely concealed, or you could only see it within this hourglass portion. Make it a look slightly better design. But all in all, I'd give it maybe a 6 out of 10. Maybe I'll get some high def pictures here. In the comments below, you guys can tell me what you think. What would you give it? What would your score be? Okay.